from the United States. Now, Gurpatwant Singh Pannun has stooped to desperate measures, gate-crashing a high-profile event attended by the former US president. Details coming in of Pannun being a part of a big event in the United States, and he is said to have attended President Donald Trump's event. Sources reveal that Pannun had purchased tickets to infiltrate the gathering, where he mumbled pro-Khalistani slogans, capturing the stunt on tape for so-called selfie protest. My colleague Pradeep Datta joining us on the broadcast with the details. Pradeep, is this a new level of desperation? Pannun now seen in this event. How did he get access to this event, and what was it that he was trying to so desperately prove with this selfie video?
Yes, you're absolutely right. This was an attempt by Pannun to propagate a message that he was so important and close to Donald Trump and American administration that he was invited for the inaugural event at Liberty Ball. But the reality is that what we've got to know from the sources that he had gatecrashed. He has in fact managed to get some of the ticket and enter inside that program. And if you can see, those who were invited, they were respectfully in front row and they were seen there being part of that program. They were seated. But if you look at this video properly, see the Pannun is at the backstage, even in the last row, and he could not even muster courage to even raise slogan Khalistan Zindabad, because he knew that if he's going to raise his voice, he'll be either thrown out, he'll be rejected, and it will lead to a lot many problems. Because what Pannun is trying to do is that from day one he had been saying that he had been invited. He was trying to convey a message that he's very close to the American administration, but this was a publicity stunt from his side, a propaganda which has completely failed, because video narrates the whole story. In this video you can see that Donald Trump is looking towards the other side. It is the backstage where actually Pannun is standing, and in the backstage also in the back row you'll find somewhere Pannun. So where no one can see towards Pannun, even Donald Trump will never move towards that side and to see that person like Pannun is there. And Pannun is the same person who is of Sikh for Justice group, and this group has already been declared as a terror organization by National Investigation Agency, and India is after him because he's involved in several terror-related incidents. So what he was trying to prove a point that he is so close to a US administration that he's definitely going to have a say once the Donald Trump will take over as the president of the country. But if you look at this video, you'll find that the people like Jai Shankar, who are really invited, they are on the front row. The people who had respectfully got the invite from that, they're respectfully being treated, they are seated there. But Pannun somehow managed the ticket, entered inside, and even without conviction, because this video itself creates an impression that there is no authenticity, there is no credibility. Because if you are standing somewhere in the last row, that itself shows that how important Pannun is to the American administration, how seriously they are taking Pannun, and how important was he during this function, inaugural function of Donald Trump, President-elect Donald Trump. So this propaganda has completely failed and fallen flat so far as Pannun is concerned. Because Pannun had often been trying to prove a point that he's very closer to the American administration, and in coming days, through this video, he must have tried to lure many youngsters, indoctrinate and brainwash them, because whenever people like Pannun, they put out such video, because they always try to convey a message, because they want to show that, see, how American administration is also supporting and helping the Khalistani cause. The reality is that Americans will never ever do that, because Americans are too close to India, and India has already conveyed a message that anti-India elements should not be provided space, and they should not be allowed to openly speak against the Indian government, which Americans are really...
Yes, and there's going to be a shift in the United States and their outlook as well.